Swimming like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey, welcome to the Orange County Shrimp Tank post-show wrap-up, where we interview CEOs and business owners across the United States on the do's and don'ts of running their business. Our guest today is Fred
DeMaria.
And Fred, before we get to you, Fred, I want to bring up a reminder to those listening. Check out orangecounty.shrimptankpodcast.com and get a replay of today's show. And Fred, I want to ask you a question. The one question we're always asked, what do you do? And we always come up, and I found myself doing it a lot, with different answers to that question. Do you have a particular bullet point that you like to just share with everybody who's listening today, how to answer that?
Yes, I like to simply put it, we take care of God's trees and keep them healthy, beautiful, and safe to live around.
Love it.
That's a great recap.
Love
there you
that
go,
one.
right to
Very
the point.
Good.
Fred, you obviously have a lot of passion for what you do, and I noticed earlier in the podcast you really articulated that. But what drives you? What really drove you to this profession?
The beauty of trees and keeping them beautiful. When I look at a tree and I look at the beautiful branch structure of a tree, there's something it does to my soul.
Wow.
And that's what continues to drive me.
There you go. You can tell that passion.
Again, like we were talking about earlier in the earlier segments, we're going to say this. And you're going to be tagged on this show as the tree doctor.
Yes, the tree doctor.
For those folks out there, a lot of passion with Fred. Hey, in my particular industry, it took over 10 years to master it. I really got a good feel of it after 3, 4, 5 years, and I had good context, people to reference. But the reality, it took me 10 years with the taxes and the legislation, different administrations that came in and took this out, took that out, but 10 years to master it. Now, in your particular case, how many years in the business, and what did you feel you mastered? How many years did it take?
I've been in the business for 35 years, and it's taken me a good 15 years to master my
15
profession.
years.
That's a long time.
That's knowing your stuff. I'm going to have to say that. Absolutely.
Fred, when you're done with that client and you're walking away from there and you've helped restore that tree, how do you want your clients to remember you, Fred, and Orange County Arborists?
Very professional, very knowledgeable, and passionate about what he does.
Very good. Hey, I love it. Hey, with all the different social medias, angles that we can all take out there, you think about it, you have the LinkedIn, the Facebook, emails, websites, you have podcast. Well, I'm going to say you're now on a podcast. So, you got so many options out there. And the phones, got to bring up the phones. Do you have a combination that you work and you're getting the message across out there to the people that are listening and watching the show? Any particular ones you want to bring up?
Well, I particularly like webcasting with Facebook.
Webcasting?
Webcasting with your Facebook page or Instagram. What I like to do is I like to video a tree before it's been trimmed and then a tree after it's been trimmed to show the correct way of trimming. Also in healthcare, a tree that's declining, video it shortly and then go back and video it again when it's came back and it's looking beautiful again and show the transition.
I think that's excellent. When you think about it, folks, when you call somebody for these services, normally you have to wait for them to come out. Then you want to look maybe at a book at some of their services or go to a site. Here you got someone who has the years of experience, and plus he has the technology to show you the befores and afters. I love that.
Absolutely. So, Fred, if I want to get a hold of you, the tree doctor, I need your services. What's your preferred method for me to get a hold of you?
A good way is email fred@ocarborists.com, or you can go to my website, www.ocarborists.com, or you can call me at 714-492-9177, and I will personally answer the phone.
Excellent. I want to tell you, folks, Fred was just a blast having on the show today. You got to remember to check out orangecounty.shrimptankpodcast.com. Go to iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, download one of these episodes, and get the full impact of the show. You got to check this thing out on Fred. He brings a lot to the table for people out there. And again, I want to thank my co-host, Tab Phipps. And again, before, I just want to say, Fred DeMaria. It took a while for us to get that thing down, but always remember, those of you who want to be possibly on the show, check out the same orangecounty.shrimptankpodcast.com and we'll see what we can do. With the ups and the downs of the business world, always remember, when it gets a little tough out there, always stay cool. always stay cool out there.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp